Hey guys, welcome to BK's Daily Draw. I'm BK, and today we're putting noses on the faces that we started yesterday. So let's get going. So the main goal of today's video was to get the noses on the faces that we started yesterday so that we can develop them into fully fleshed out characters later down the line. So for the first one, I wanted it to be a very neutral face and just normal in every sense of the word. Nothing completely crazy about it, just getting a good face to have a baseline and to use as a metric for everything else. Now, as you can see, it did take me a couple of tries, and that's kind of to be expected because noses are one of the things on the face that I am not particularly great at, but I made use of the reference in the tutorial books that I've bought and used over the past couple of weeks, and I think I got one that I liked. And after a bit of adjustment, I got the face to the point where I was happy with it and then moved on to the next nose. Now, the second one, I wasn't exactly sure how to tackle a 3/4 view of the nose and make it look like something that wasn't just a triangle. So I went into the layer below it and roughed in a little shape that I thought would look good on that face, and found out pretty quickly that, yeah, it's basically just a triangle, or at least the cartoonish way of drawing a nose would just be a pretty simple right triangle. And I found that I actually really liked the shape, and so I went in and did it on the upper layer and made it official. So at this point, I was pretty satisfied with both of the noses I had done so far. So for the third one, I wanted to just kind of go crazy. So I made it this big, like, cartoony, crazy nose that no one would ever have, but it just looks hilarious, especially on a profile view. So I did go down to the lower layer to rough it in, but then I just went for it, and I love the way this one turned out. It's so fun, and I can't wait to use it on an actual character. So the last nose kind of got me thinking of doing a kind of weird, bulbous, crazy big nose on the next head as well, but I did draw it back a little bit from that. I wanted it to be much wider, but in the end, I chose to come back and make it kind of actually feasible. So what I ended up with was this very angular, very wide set nose that kind of fits on the face just enough for me to say it's passable and to move on to the final one. And for the final face, I wanted to just go crazy and do whatever I want with it. This character is going to be nuts when it comes out because it's just going to be this mishmash of all these random parts, and I'm super excited to see what comes from it. I gave it a very sharp nose to go with its very big, luscious lips, and it's going to look crazy. So for the final little bit of this drawing session, I went through and I outlined the parts that I thought needed some more pronunciation, specifically the lips on the fourth face. I couldn't really see them in the other picture because they're so light and I didn't exactly draw them with very thick lines. So I went and rectified that and then did the same thing to anything else that I thought needed it, like a little touch up here and there on the sharp nose on the final face, and then yeah. After I finished with that, I signed it again, and yeah, we're all good to go to ending comments. So this particular project has gotten me super excited. I'm very happy with how it's going so far, and I can't wait to add in all the little details of the characters, maybe give them names, maybe find out who they are, and just discover these characters as they go along. I'd love to hear your guys' feedback if you have any. Always welcome. And as we go on, name suggestions would be awesome. If you're out there watching and you really have an itch to give a suggestion of what these guys should be doing or where they should be, I'd love to hear that kind of thing. I really want to make a story out of these new characters that are just kind of slowly being amalgamated. And yeah, that's all I've got for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you like what you just saw, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to this channel. We'll be doing new drawings every single day until February 2019, and it'd be awesome to have you guys along for the ride. If you have any suggestions of things you'd like to see me draw, you can leave those in the comments below, or you can tweet at me at BK's Daily Draw on Twitter. Thanks for watching, you guys, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow.